Hey, my fellow forge tenders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 97, Blister Steel. So, the first order of business for you early birds is to vote in this very long poll about what we're working on next. And while you vote on this, I'm going to try to milk some sheep. But I can either explore and search for trade. There's a possibility of like buying important things. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some items that I might want to buy. There's also domesticating additional animals if you want for me to domesticate chickens for eggs or chicks, if we fertilize them or not. I can also improve the steel forge, adding scaffolding around it, making it so that it is repairable and maintainable more easily. I can start forging armor. So let me talk about forging armor for a minute. We are going to get 16 steel, well, 16 blister steel. They'll have to be worked into steel ingots. But we're going to get 16 steel out of the forge, which is not enough for a full suit of armor. So if we do want to do something interesting, like, let's say, go caving with armor, I'm going to need some non-steel armor as well to pair with the steel armor, because I'm just simply not going to have enough steel anyway. So I can start forging armor if we decide on what kind of armor I'm going to be wearing, whether it's brigandine or chain, and I could make meteoric or regular iron to pair with it. I could also spruce up the kitchen a little bit. We revamped the kitchen. That was the last thing we did. So I could add a fruit press, which is a little weird because there's no fruit around, and a distillery. Those two things are useful for preserving fruit and making alcohol, and then alcohol can be double distilled to make aqua vitae, which is a healing item for really high healing bandages, although they're a little tricky to use because the alcohol evaporates off of them quickly, meaning that you have to like use them promptly. I could improve the sheep barn and make it a little bit more bear proof and make it more spacious and make it easier to milk them. I could work towards making cheese, which I'm going to kind of do now, or prepare a new batch of steel by prepping iron ingots. So we have all of these iron blooms here that I'm just sitting on, and I could start hammering those out into ingots so we can run another steel through them. So we have the milk in there, fresh for 27 days. And this, of course, is the fresh kitchen. Spacious with lots of windows. I like it. So that's honey, that's water. Where did my milk bucket go? Did I leave it? I mean, honestly, I should just leave it here, like next to the barn, because I don't really need to bring it anywhere else. Only a single oven? Well, I mean, if you look at the poll, there's options to expand the kitchen. You just have to vote on it. If you're ever wondering, the projects that I work on are voted on, so if there's ever a question of why don't you have, well, the answer is always going to be because it wasn't popular enough for me to do it. I would preferably not use another flax twine to make another bucket. So I'm just going to empty this bucket out instead, which is not how that's done. So in order to start the cheese process, it's probably ideal to have at least 30 milk in there. It's required to have at least 25, but like most of this cheese process is done in units of 10. So if I get really lucky, I can start making cheese as soon as these two ewes are milked. Realistically, they're a little fussy and hard to milk because they're generation 0. Meaning that only 1 out of 20 times I attempt to milk them will work. Was the bucket in the storage pots? Oh, you know what? Maybe it was. There's a cooking pot in there. No, I didn't put it in the vessels. Maybe it's downstairs. I really honestly don't remember where I put it. It's not up here? No? Not in my inventory or anything. Oh, no, it's in my inventory. It's like panicking. Where's my glasses? Oh, they're on my face. Yes. That happens. Alright. Explore and trade. Got it. So I'm gonna pick that up in just a minute. I did want to try to get the cheese process going if I get lucky and can just like get milk, 2 buckets full of milk real quick. That would be amazing. Can you not hit me? Thank you. They also look like they're a little hungry. There's no more grain in there. Hungry little hippos. Eating me out of house and home. That's how it be sometime. Cheers. Bye-bye, rye grain. How long is the winter gonna last? That varies tremendously in the game, depending on your longitude, or latitude. So, it's gonna last until it gets warm out. Probably at my latitude, that means March, April, thereabouts. So, the priority right now is attempt to get some milk and then go searching for trade. That is a long winter indeed, yeah. This, your starting location, which I did not stray very far from in-game, is about 47 degrees north. It is currently February the 5th in-game. So 47 degrees north puts it at like the border, roughly the border between America and Canada, as a point of reference. So if you're American, that would be like Maine, Michigan, you know, that sort of thing. Not so much like Oregon, because Oregon and the Pacific coast is warmed up by the ocean in a way that this game doesn't have that kind of weather. So it'd be like Europe without an Atlantic current, which might be happening sooner than probably people wish. So the river activity is medium. So the thing about trade is I did do a regen of the world, and as a result, I removed some of the traders. So what I'm hoping to do is run around and find any of the traders that do still exist. And there's one specific trader that I would really like to find. But we'll see. I'm not going to attempt this too much longer. I think what I'll do is, because I'm out of, I'm nearly out of food here, is make a dish of food. And given that where's my grain at? So my grain's fine. Maybe I'll add a protein. I don't have a lot of protein though. I could do soybeans for the weird invisible dish. Turnip and soy garnish. Can I flip these around? Because I don't want it to be invisible. That was really annoying before, because I couldn't tell what I have and have not eaten. But one thing that you could probably see is that my food stocks are nowhere dangerously near low or anything like that, but they have dwindled a bit, especially my grain, as a result of the animal husbandry. Which, my point is, it is important to stockpile before the winter if you live anywhere that has winters. Because if I travel far enough south, I would be in an equatorial climate that doesn't get cold in the winter. So I wouldn't really need to prepare for winter in the same way. Alright, so now that it's cooking, let's try to continue with the impossible to milk animals. You sure don't look stressed. Okay, now you do. Oh, I think I was getting milk off of the back one, but it like broke line of sight with me. Because I did a lot of bucket interaction with it, but it never finished. No, it's too stressed. Can y'all stop trying to murder me? I feed you. I house you. I keep you safe from predators. The least you could do is not try to bash me to death. I could have stockpiled grass, I suppose. I didn't know that I was going to be domesticating animals, though. Because, again, viewers decide my goals, so it was kind of news to me. You know, I'm actually going to make a slight change. Oh, these are the discount blocks. I'm going to make a slight change to the kitchen while I... Oh, God. While I wait for the meals to finish and maybe another milk attempt or two. Alright, into the water. In case of fire, break the floor. I think that looks nicer. Yeah, let's put a table there. Yeah, it is a pain to harvest grass in the winter. Had I known that I was going to be housing so many animals, I would have stockpiled dry grass. Which is kind of a boring, rather labor-intensive thing to do, but like, it would have probably served me well now that I have animals to feed. Yep. This dish looks weird. So if I am going trading, let's go and bring some rusty gears with me. The international currency of money in the game. Just in case I find something to buy. The rooster, can it eat from the big trough? I think so, yeah. Let's see how fat it is. No, it just ran away. I really don't really care about it. I caught it accidentally. So it's not something that I'm, like, if it died, I would not care. You can also create an expanse of good ground. Yeah, so what I could have done is dug up a whole lot of dirt and just like layered it to have like a dirt roof over fields so that the snow accumulated on the dirt roof rather than on the grass itself, preventing it from being snowed over. I could have done as well. A rooster without hands is pretty useless. Yeah. It'd be one thing if it told time, but it doesn't tell time. It just makes noise. Oh, I got some. So we're up to 2/3 of the kind of... I mean, I could go up to 50, but at least I have 20. So on that success, let's venture out. Actually, I don't know how long I want to leave this unattended. It's 87% done. I won't leave it unattended too long, but I will top it up with charcoal now. Oh, it needed more charcoal than I had even realized. Yeah, and I can sleep. And then top it back up and then venture out. because it is midnight in game. So I'll be waking up at 10. 9:30. Come on. Let me wake up, please. I'll try for one more milking too. You don't need 50 liters to start cheese. You can do it with far less. You could do it with 30. So if we're impatient, I can just go early. It's not a problem. And I forgot to check the percent done. 94. So we got an extra 7% while I was sleeping. Don't really need that in my offhand. And one more attempt at milk. Because it'd be really cool if I started the curdling process now. Because then I could actually have some cheese by the end. That and the sheep are only lactating for 20 days after they give birth, so it's not like it's one of those that like I do it now or it can't be done. Can you cut it out? Oh, this one's not even milkable at the moment. Because this is the one that I milked more recently. You're too stressed. Oh, I hear some enemies. I wonder if they're in this tunnel. Not as far as I can tell. It's funny how, like, quickly they become unstressed. Currently too stressed. Maybe I will pick some wild carrots while I wait. If only my domesticated carrots could be as hardy as these wild carrots that never seem to die in the cold. Hey, I got milk again! Nice! Question. Should I start curdling it or wait for 50? So curdling the milk with pickled vegetables is the first step to making cheese. Or I could just wait and collect more. Either is fine. Actually, let me see if the other one's milkable. I only milk one of two. So you... No. And you... No. Troughs look topped up enough that they'd be fine. I'll leave the bucket here. Put away the carrots and carrot seeds. Then we'll go out. So here's my pickled carrots, which will be used for the curdling process. Alright, where are we headed? So, I do have some traders marked on the map, but they may be gone from regenning the world. So clothing, luxury... An unidentified trader. Building materials. Unidentified trader. Some of the traders, like, I spotted off in distance and never actually traveled to. The other thing is that it's hard to tell if the map that I have here is of old world gen or new world gen. And why that is a problem is previously you could sort of like look from the sky and spot traders. Like here's a treasure hunter trader. So I'm going to try going there. You could spot them from the sky and then, you know, go there or whatever. But before I go to the treasure hunter trader, without spoiling too much, there's something I want to do first. If indeed they're still there. I thought this was the ratio. No? Oh. 2. There we go. This will only take a minute. Well, slightly longer, I lied. Bring the scythe to the treasure hunter trader? You mean just if I find grass? Is that the suggestion? Because I don't know if I'm going to find fields of unsnowed grass, but I could always bring it. In case. It's not like my inventories are full of anything else. How are we doing over here? 14, so this needs to get topped up again. I don't know the actual amount of time that you have away from it, but I think the remaining amount of fuel that I have is probably enough to see the process through at 96% done. By the time I get back, it's going to be done, most likely, which is exciting. Let me get rid of that pole. We're going to wait. And while I wait for that to heat up, let's see about getting more milk. They're not ready to be milked. What about that rooster? Creature weight good. Well, I think that answers that. Creature weight good means it's been eaten. Because I didn't catch it with good weight. There's no way in this winter. Yeah, last time I went out, you're right. I did get to an open spot with grass. So before I forget, boom, got it. And then I can also take shears, I suppose. And I'm gonna leave behind my like mostly broken knife just to save space. I don't need a mostly broken knife on me. I am still indeed sick, but I'm getting better. I still have like a bit of a head cold. But it's not, I'm not suffering in the way that I was, you know, last week and the week before and the week before that. But I have been sick like a ridiculously long time, which is tiresome. Alright, that's done. I wouldn't mind getting peat. I'm always sort of low on peat, but we do have the peat bog nearby, so it's not something that is urgent or anything like that. while I'm here, I got barrels of strong tannin that might as well get moved along the process. Weak tannin. I don't really need to do another borax wash. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're wondering what I did, you can just read this blurb. Because it details the process. It's in the update command in the chat. But I regenerated my world so that a lot of the discovered things have been since wiped out. Oh, okay. Before the one last thing before I leave. I know I keep adding things. Is let's fix that stupid floor. I don't want to like accidentally fall into a lake, a frozen lake, because I failed to patch up the floor. Ta-da! I like this design a little bit better. Maybe moving the table one more unit out, so not to crowd the oven. Can I combine tannin using a bucket? I sure could. So, yeah, it's combined. Empty and 18. I could have added 2 more liters to the other barrel. I just didn't. Didn't think of it. But yeah, you can put it in bowls, jugs, buckets, you know, you name it, it'll go in. Alright, so we are headed to the north-northwest, which is kind of a far way. Very far away, in fact. To check up... Oh, and I forgot one thing. Is cooled yet? It's almost cooled. 98%. Alright, I'm not going to bother refueling it. It's going to be weird that the steel finishes and I'm just like not here to tend to it. The base got pretty? Yeah, as I got more glass. It'd be even prettier if there was no snow on the roof, because it's a huge swaths of my base has glass roof. With an atrium. Large, expansive farms. That's still soft. The other thing is to check upon the trees. So they're establishing tree cuttings. I'm just checking if any of them have died, because there's always an opportunity to cut down and get some more cuttings, so that if I do have cuttings that died, I'll just replace them. Not milkable, not milkable. The bees are not dormant anymore? I think they probably still are. I didn't fully harvest all the skeps. I left some so they could spread and swarm. And the ones I've left are still here. But everything else is still dormant. So it's not that they die, it's just that they're not active. Alright, come on, mold. I'll probably need the tongs to handle this. So if I'm heading up north, let's see if I can't spot in the regenerated... So I'm not really sure how to phrase this. So when I regen the map, the mini-map regenerated. I'm not sure if the regenerated map, this mini-map, is 1.18 or 1.19. So I don't know if the details here are true or not. Like, for instance, if I walked to this tree, like, would it be there even? I'm just not sure about that. That's why looking for traders is weird, because I don't know if my minimap is to be actually trusted anymore. Because I would love to find... Oh, so here's a wagon, I think? No, that might not be a wagon. These are ruins. And these ruins look like they're 1.19 ruins. And if that's the case, then this minimap is updated and true. So things that I spot out here, like wagons, will be there. But I'm making some assumptions. Alright. Now I'm good to go. While it's nighttime. And the steel is almost done. 99% done. It's gonna pain you that I'm walking away, but, you know. I listen to majority rules. So, oh, why did I keep the tongs? Maybe stay to tend the steel. Should I stay to tend the steel? The other, one of the driving factors of this is, what is my wind speed? Okay, so I'll check the health hammer. If you guys want to wait to vote, I'll do some health hammer checking. Because if the health hammers aren't really getting much, in terms of wind, then there's not much I can do to the blister steel anyway. No, wind speed's pretty good right now. I wonder if I could just watch it hit 100%. You're pretty sure. Oh, there it goes. Carbonization process complete. Break to retrieve the blister steel. So all of this charcoal here is I'm just going to destroy. Like, it's not doing anything anymore and I can't recover it. All right. So I have 16 units of blister steel and the coffin and 6 tiles of the furnace have been damaged. So as you can see, these pink tiles here are broken, and there's 6 of them total that would need to be replaced if we were to run another run of steel. So there's 2 down there, 3, 4, 5. Maybe in the chimney there's number 6 without scaffolding. Oh yeah, no, that's 5. I don't know where the 6th is. That's probably 6. Yeah, that's 6. So those 6 would need to be replaced with refractory bricks in order to make a new batch. So in order to work the steel, this steel is still very hot. I'm actually surprised it's in my inventory and not, you know, burning my hands. Oh, no, never mind. I need to smelt it. Invest in making steel into level 3 bricks? I don't know what you mean. So, at this point, there's a few different... Oh, a hydrate. There's a few different options to take. One is to prep a new batch of blister steel by making new refractory blocks. And then another is to work our current steel into things that we need. So once the blister steel process is done, you have to heat up Yeah, hold on. I wonder why that wasn't allowing me to... It's just cold? Oh yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, the reason I wouldn't prep for tier 3 blocks is I don't have the materials. I don't have the ilmenite or the ovaline to make them. So refractory brick tier 3 requires crushed ilmenite. Crushed ilmenite, you're right, does require steel caps on the pulverizers, but I don't have the ilmenite anyway to make it, and I also don't have the ovaline. Olivine, whatever it's called. So even if I wanted to make better refractory bricks, there's not much point in investing 2 of my steel in pulverizer caps if I don't actually have the materials to pulverize. Just my thoughts on that. Not milkable. What about the other one? I'm not going to vote on it. It's a very foolish thing to do for steel. IMO. And not one that I would consider doing. Alright, there we go. Why it's foolish, in my opinion, is, as I said, without olivine and ilmenite in hand, you're really just wasting a considerable amount of precious resources for no benefit. And ilmenite and olivine can be very difficult to actually find. So what you're doing is you're tying up precious resources for no reason whatsoever. It's a terrible investment. That, and I am not convinced that Vintage Story is going to survive too many more viewer choice polls. This past week, it tied with Mountain Blade 2, and there's no reason to believe that it will win its next poll, meaning planning any long-term investment projects in Vintage Story is a little ill-advised, because there just might not be another stream. This could be the last one ever, depending on popular polling. I did get a hit of the olivine in the salt dome, but without a hit of ilmenite, one without the other doesn't really help me out much. And a lot of the times, olivine will spawn alone. You'll just have one little unit of it, which it doesn't get you tier 3 refractor bricks at all. So because we sort of threw out the game plan, I'm gonna re-poll about what we're working on now that the steel is finished. If you want me to actually use it, or if you want me to continue exploring, the choice is really yours. It looks like we are maybe losing the wind, though. as this seems, maybe not. Seemed for a moment like it was slowing down. I could always do it by hand, though. Worst case scenario. And John VT, thank you so very much for your cheer, by the way. I think I missed that. But I really appreciate the support. And I hope there's many series to come that keep you entertained. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I've asked for no backseating, so if you could respect that, that would be great. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.